Suspended because they missed Monday's practice. It's the Lakers and George Lynch. Pretty follow. Lakers down 3 after 1. Clips on the move. Gary Grant, the general in charge, off glass. 49 all at the half. Gary does his Mark Jackson gyration. Tied at 70 late third quarter. It is Jackson with the 3 ball. Part of a 39-15 run. Clippers roll. Vlade did get a triple-double. Ron Harper, calm on the sideline. Tom Tolbert starting in place of Manning scored 9 points and tied a career high with 16 boards. John Williams hit 9 of 13 for 21 points. Just his 4th game back from a weight problem. Pacers, Spurs, oh, Dennis Rodman. Sure, he's not like you or I, but I want you to watch the effort of the Worm. Look at Wormy extend in the air. And then, I've never seen this, Dennis behind the back pushing to Willie Anderson. Spurs by 16 at the half. Second half, Pacers with a run. It's Reggie Miller. Reggie off glass. Indiana got as close as 6, but then it's Dennis to David with the slam. 34 points, 10 boards, and 1 assist shy of a triple-double. The Spurs tie a team record for consecutive wins with their 10th in a row. Karl.
Every Rockets game for as long as they live. Mookie, 10 assists, Dominique, 26. Hawks by 5 at the break. Hakeem, a little puzzled. Rudy T isn't. The halftime speech effective. Vernon, part of an 18-8 run. Oh, Vernon gets it to go, and the Rockets are up 1. Hakeem takes over. Over no one. And then there were 2. And he beats the double team. He finished with 28 in 46 minutes. I vow to come back. Kenny Smith, 18, Vern, 15. It's so big, it's just exactly what we needed, said Rudy T. Sometimes you have to get painted into a corner and then come out fighting. Elsewhere, the Sonics get off to a good second-half start. They beat the 76ers. Kemp had 20.
I wonder what unfolded in Jersey Tuesday night. D.C. against Oakley. A couple all-stars off the glass. And a little bit of jawing. That's going to happen sometimes. They're competitors. Then it's another all-star. Kenny Anderson yo-yoing down the lane. Throws it up. Nets by 15 points. More Kenny. 12 of 19 shooting. 29 points for Kenny. And then watch this move. D.C. up and under. Nets stage 11 in the Meadowlands. 103-83. Pat Ewing said, we've been playing like wimps. There is no bumping and banging. The Knicks were out-rebounded 60-42. Other end, it's Clyde Drexler. Straightaway 3. Good. Buckner's kids need a defensive stop late. They're down 100 minutes to play. Cliff Robinson. What kind of shot is that, Cliff? It's a good shot. Blazers win it 106-103. The Mavs were seeking their first 3-game winning streak since 1991. Not going to happen. The Blazers beat the Mavs for the 13th straight time. Hey, the Warriors win at home against Sacramento. Owen scores a season-high 29. The Warriors have won all 3 meetings with the Kings this season. And then Michael Adams. I think you're going to like this shot by little Mike Adams. That is pretty. We actually have a number of nice shots. Watch Dumars with the left off glass, the proper spin, and then my man Isaiah. I like to see that. I always like to see that. Dumars scored 25 to lead all scores. Isaiah goes 8 for 14 to, yes, in fact, shoot over 50%. Dumars is playing with a sore left hamstring. We move along and we see the Celtics losing at Orlando. Shaq, 36 points, 24 boards, just 8 of 20 from the free throw line.
Kevin Johnson, he had his timing down, blowing by Terry Porter and about 2 other Blazers, but the Suns were down by 3 at the break. Barkley got them heated up, nailing the 3, 20 points for Charles. Phoenix up by 5. Then the Suns blow it open. A season-high 81-point second half. How about Cedric Ceballos? He had 30 and 34. Clyde Drexler, see ya, 2 technicals. He is out of there. It was frustrating for Portland. More Charles, the feed to Cedric inside. 16 points in the 4th for Ceballos, and the Suns win it by 26. Barkley's numbers pretty impressive. 20 points in 29 minutes, 7 boards, and 2 steals with those 5 assists. The Suns out-rebounding Portland 60-39. Needing just 3 assists, and here it comes. The milestone, thanks to that feed to Jay Humphries, and Humphries hitting. That's assist number 9,000 for Mr. Stockton. More on that milestone in a minute. The game itself would go down to the wire. What a perfect scenario, and what a perfect finish for Stockton. That was the go-ahead bucket by Stockton, 101-99. Clip with a last-minute chance. Mark Jackson fouled. Okay, he needs 2 to tie. Can he make the first? Forget about it. So the Clips come up short, and the Jazz win the big one thanks to John Stockton. Jeff Malone matching his season high with 27 points. Karl Malone, 23 points, 15 boards. Group, fourth quarter, this was a game, folks. Walt Williams picks it up, takes it in and over Sean Bradley. Boy, that was simple. Kings up by 2. Williams, 15 points, 15 boards. Still in the fourth, Clarence Weatherspoon working on Wayman Tisdale. Nice shot. Sixers were up by 8. Final minutes in the fourth. Mitch Richmond, when you want something to happen, this guy makes it happen. 31 points. We are heading to overtime where Mitch Richmond does it again. Canning the 3, 31 points, 12 boards, 10 assists. Kings up by 3. The teams exchange free throws. Kings up by 2. Sixers with a shot. Hornacek the inbounds, forget it. Lionel Simmons takes care of things. Holding on as the Sixers fall by 2 to the Kings, 94-92. Tremendous game for Richmond, his second career.
A team the Hornets have lost to 3 times this year by an average of 15 points. Polka dots, the in thing. Kenny Gaddison against Hakeem. He had 14, and the Hornets are up 8. And Gaddison on the D. Hakeem did score 30, but none on this play as he says, get that shot out of here. One of his 4 blocks, Rudy T. 30 seconds to go, Hornets by a pair. The pick out top, the roll by Gaddison. Hornets win it by 5. Hersey has 25, Johnson 18. Bristow called the win a building block. Right now, we're out of the playoffs. We got to scratch, claw, get some wins and make up ground. Rudy T called his team's effort unaggressive. The Bucks hosting the Nuggets. And a messy play. Brian Stiff, the steal. He doesn't get the handle. John Barry gets to the floor and dives for it. Derek Strong over there. Lee Maryberry will end up getting it to Danny Shays. A not-so-pretty ending to a hideous play. Mahmoud Abdul-Rauf, perfect form. 2 of his 21, and then Robert Pack rocks the rim. The Nuggets snap a 3-game losing streak with Norman out for pushing and shoving with Hammonds and Frank Brakowski out with a hyperextended knee. The Bucks were missing 25 points. You know what Dunleavy said? We really missed Brick. He's a lot of what we do. Linda?
Without Horace Grant, but Scottie Pippen was there looking at all-star form. Here's a crazy play off Purdue's face right to B.J. Armstrong. It's like they planned it, but that's how things were going in the first half. They were up by as many as 21. Lights out Miami? I don't think so because the Heat come back. They hold Pippen to just 3 points in the second half, and Ronnie Cycli scored 17 down the stretch. Phil Jackson in shot time running down there. Steve Smith, the 3-point play. Smith scoring 7 of his 25 in the final minute. And what do you know? The Heat win it 109-101. The Bulls suffer their 3rd home loss of the year. 2 of those defeats have come against the Heat.
Watching another guy whose name pops up when it comes to trade talks. Dominique, a 29% free 3-point shooter. Well, he knocked down 5 of 9. Is this ESPN or Neek at night? He had 38. Chris Webber. Watch what happens as he works the baseline. He doesn't even know. That ball went in. We're tied at the half. Second half, Keith Jennings. The Michael Adams form on the 3, and the Warriors are up 1. We're tied at 112. Dominique, not a good one. Weber finds Mullen ahead of the field. He played 29 and scored 15, and the Warriors are up 2. Hawks down 3. Last chance. Mookie can't get it to Neek. It's stolen by Latrell. He's fouled, scored 21, and the Warriors celebrate. 4th straight win for the Warriors, 6 players in double figures. Weber saying we wanted to show them that game 1 wasn't a fluke. All hands on deck for the Admiral. David in a starring role. Posting up Cadillac Anderson. Goes one way, spins the other. Then David the pass. Dale Ellis cuts and finishes. He had 19. They're double teaming David, and he finds Vinny Del Negro. He had 23. More of the same in half 2. Rodman to Anderson, the oop to the Admiral. He had 12 of 20, and then the block. Don Chaney, I got an idea. Abandoned ship. Sleepy misses. Admiral wakes up everyone with the rim-rocking follow. A quadruple double for David. 34 points and a little dance. 10 assists, 10 rebounds, 10 blocks. Spurs in a win. Mike Fratello dancing the sidelines, looking for some aggressive action, and Price bowls over Anthony. How hard is the deck? How hard is Anthony's head? Right down on it. Is he seeing double vision? No, triple vision. And it's blurry. He misses the 3. We go the other way. Price, 11 assists. Doherty, 11 points. Cavs up by 2 at the break. That's how you find the follower. Second half, it was all number 3. John Starks, 4-3. He hit, 3 of 3. Then the nice drive, past everyone. He couldn't be stopped. He gets the rebound. He's shooting. He had 32 points. 9 of 9 from the field in the second half. No, you're not going to stop him. As for the supporting cast, when they weren't setting picks to set up Starks, Ewing did score 22 and have 9 boards. Oakley scored 18. Starks also did it on the defensive end, holding Gerald to just 8, 7 under his average. Starks has been focusing on the other aspects of his game. One reason for the low numbers on the left-hand side, but clearly when he gets hot, it's tough to stop him. Even tougher to get him to stop shooting. That's fine with Riley as long as he's hitting, Mike.
Hot for Arizona State on Thursday night. Steve Smith for the Heat. All the way for the Jam. 26 in the first half. Heat by 7 on George Karl's team. Sean Kemp wouldn't get out of the kitchen. Fourth quarter, Rice the miss. Kemp off the Vincent Askew feed, slams it on the other end. But Grant Long brings Miami back. The nice drive, Heat by 5. Late in the game, Sonics down 3. Less than 5 to go. Sam Perkins, good shooter from out there. Will he get a second try at it? No. Tipped away at the last second. Miami played very good basketball. Frustrated George Karl sees the Sonics' 5-game win streak stop. Glenn Rice at 28 and calls this the most impressive run in his Miami tenure. And the Nets looking to get to 500. DC stepping out. It's a small forward and a power forward's body. Nets up by 18 in the second. And who says he doesn't hustle? Going after his old Syracuse teammate Sherman Douglas. Get that out of here, Sherman. Back outside DC. One more time, another 3. He had 28. 17 boards, Kenny Anderson 17 and 16 assists, and it's taken 36 games, but the Nets are back to 500 for the first time since Game 6 of the season. Celtics have lost 6 straight. Washington Bullets, nice passing, finished by the Purvis Ellison dunk. But the big man was the big man on the night. George Murison had a career-high 15, his best game, even had 2 assists. Nice T-Wolves passing Mike Williams to Isaiah Ryder. The dunk champ had 12. This guy was cheering. Why? Because the Bullets. Googs to Michael Adams to Don McClain for the layup. Bullets win, I think, the most impressive stat of the night. Other than Calvert Cheney's career high, Harry Brown felt sick. Watched from the locker room. It was sickening. Kenny Williams, Byron Scott. There was a lid on it in the first half. Pacers shot 37%. Mavs shot 32%. It was ugly. The lid came off in the second half. Vern Fleming off the bench, a season-high 19. The pretty drive there. And off to Reggie Miller. His 3 helps close it out. He had 22. Pacers win by 11. Survive the Mavs slowdown game. Indiana's won 8 of 9.